Hey, it's your end of life doula. Is it really that bad to die in a tragic accident? Let me explain. When life enters this world, it's a process. It's labor. They even call it labor. It's a delicate time. It's a time where the mother could perish. It's a time where the child could perish. It could be a stillborn, or it could even die as a fetus. Life, we shouldn't take it for granted. First of all, let me say that. To some of you may be critical of my thought process that I may seem sometimes like I don't appreciate life. Let me say that I really do, and I'm thankful for every day that I have. But I'm also realizing that at some point I'll have to labor out of this world. There is one way to go where it's a protracted, long suffering sickness, where maybe your mind deteriorates and people are taking care of you. I've expressed my uh, lack of a desire to have that death as if I had a choice. But at the same time, we know we have to leave here and we have no control over, to a degree, what illness comes our way. Another way we could go is to die peacefully in our sleep, just drift off and go to sleep and never wake up. Maybe that's your preferred way to go, and certainly seems like a way that would not be traumatic. But most people don't die like in the movies where you just close your eyes and go to sleep. What about another option? And this would be a sudden accident, a heart attack, a massive heart attack or stroke that just takes you out with no warning. It sounds morbid, I get that, but is that such a bad thing? Especially when you reach a certain age and when you've lived most of your life, and if it's just snap your fingers and you're gone kind of death, um, maybe we make it worse than it is in our thoughts, because when we read the fact in the newspaper, hear it on the news that someone died in an accident, we consider it very tragic. I would follow that line of thinking easily, if it's a child. If a 3-year-old child dies in an accident, I think that's so sad because that child has not really lived much of its life, as opposed to a 93-year-old who dies in an accident. I think I viewed it differently. Maybe the 93-year-old, the fact that he didn't suffer, knowing that he's up in age and not much time left, maybe that's what we call what we do to animals. Maybe that's a humane way to die. And so before we're too critical or afraid to confront that every day, we could have an accident or a heart attack is, based on our health is looming. I would say if you hear one day that I died of a massive heart attack or a sudden accident, maybe that's how Charlie would prefer to go. Just food for thought. I know these topics are very uncomfortable and may sound a little morbid, but I also see on YouTube a lot, and not just YouTube, social media, period, a lot of people promoting how life is perfect all the time and you never suffer, and they're on vacation in Bahamas, and they have so much money they don't know what to do with, and they have a spouse that loves them and they never argue, and it's the perfect life. But hey, at some point we have to face the reality that things do come our way that bother us, that we dread, but we have to face. Again, just food for thought. I'd love to have your opinion. Jump into the discussion. Go ahead and subscribe and stay tuned to future videos, just coming up with a different way to look at things. I've always been a rebel in that sense. Give me your input. Talk to you soon.